by its 100th year. Before that, Taiwan will formally be a part of China. Japanese got attacked in Karachi. Thankfully, they were traveling in a bulletproof van or a bomb-proof van. If you're a foreigner in Pakistan, you better have access to a bomb-proof van. Paratroopers are there, special forces are there, fighter jets are there, and they're conducting this exercise, a massive exercise near Pakistan's border. Pakistan has every reason to feel jittery. Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. Like this video, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Lai Ching-te is Taiwan's new president. The president has been inaugurated. There has been an inauguration. The president has taken the oath of office and China does not like it one bit. And how does China react? China reacts by having massive military exercises just in front of Taiwan. This is saber rattling at its worst. And this is China trying to tell Taiwan that you must believe in the one China policy. You're essentially China. There is nothing called Taiwan. You're very much part of China and we will gobble you up one day. Now here's news. The PLA exercises follow a Monday speech by Taiwan's new leader, Lai, who advocated for Taiwan independence. So the president of Taiwan, the new president of Taiwan, Lai Ching-te, advocates Taiwan independence. Now this is something akin to needling China. China does not want any conversation around Taiwan. China does not appreciate conversations around Taiwan. It is said that it's willing to go to war over Taiwan. And Taiwan is one of the main reasons why. And China also says that by the 100th year of China's independence, by its 100th year, before that, Taiwan will formally be a part of China. So today, Taiwan has a different passport, it has a different currency. Yes, and they also claim to be the true China. Long before, there was a person by the name of Chiang Kai-shek. And Chiang Kai-shek lost the war. And there was Mao Zedong. Chiang Kai-shek fled and he landed in Taiwan, and that is how modern Taiwan came into being. Chiang Kai-shek is the father of modern Taiwan as we know it. Taiwan otherwise is a very, very old land, but the father of modern Taiwan as we know Taiwan today. That is Chiang Kai-shek. And so they've always had a very strong independence streak in Taiwan. There have been some politicians who say that there is a middle path. We don't want confrontation with China. We are willing to live with China. We are willing to be a little more accommodating. There are some politicians who even say that, we are happy with a Hong Kong-like status, that we are autonomous, but we are under China. But this new president of Taiwan, this new president talks about Taiwanese independence. The drills, which Bejing describes as a strong punishment for Taiwan's separatist acts, involve coordinated operations between Army, Navy and Air Force and rocket forces. So this is supposed to be a strong punishment. I don't know who China has punished because China keeps on doing this. And after some time, when you keep on repeating something, the other person gets inured. You keep on threatening a person, every single day. After a week or two, that threat will no longer have the same effect because you've done it a little too often. China has deployed 15 warships, 16 naval police vessels and 42 military aircraft around Taiwan, according to Taiwan's Ministry of Defence. The two-day drills, 23rd and 24th of May 2024, called Joint Sword 2024A. The name of the exercise is Joint Sword 2024A, differ from similar exercises that happened in April last year. The tag suggests potential follow-up exercises, reports indicate, which means that after this, there is going to be another exercise. And exercises always have this tendency to rattle the other country. So a lot of countries have this understanding that whenever you do a military exercise, especially near the border, you have to tell the other country so it knows that it's not a... exercise is essentially a preparation for war. So let me give you an example. Let's say India does exercises near the Pakistan border and a strike corps is there. Let's say the Western Command or Southwestern Command is there. They're having their annual exercises and they're near the border and the entire, let's say the 1st Armored Div or all the Armored Divs and mechanized infantry brigades and infantry and everything, the Air Force, everybody's there here. Paratroopers are there, special forces are there, fighter jets are there, and they're conducting this exercise, a massive exercise near Pakistan's border. Pakistan has every reason to feel jittery because all it takes is for the political leadership to tell the army chief and the army chief to pick up the phone and tell the army commanders, gentlemen, 30 kilometers to the west. And that is it. Good night. Because you're prepared for war. That is what exercises are essentially. Any exercise, military maneuver, military exercise is a preparation of war or for war. And all military commanders endeavor to make it as realistic as they can. At least in the Indian Army they do. At least that is the entire idea. Whether it's a sand model discussion, whether it's a briefing, or whether it's actual maneuvers on ground, tanks moving, aircraft moving, logistics, ammunition, everything, the whole jing bang. Right? In the Indian Army, at least, the entire essence of an exercise is that it should come as close to an actual war. Not in terms of instigating conflict, but in terms of giving that flavor and that taste of a real war situations. Right? So that the soldiers and the officers can get acclimatized to those conditions. That is the intent of at least Indian Army exercises. And I am assuming that the Chinese have done the same. This is my assumption. I haven't seen those exercises, but I'm assuming that the Chinese would do exactly the same. Create a sort of sense in front of the in front of the Taiwanese, saying that, it's only a matter of time. And all we need to do is, go a little left and there we are. End of story. Now, how has Taiwan responded? Taiwan has mobilized the sea, air and ground forces in response to the drills, condemning them as irrational provocations and threaten regional peace. So these drills of China threaten regional peace. Taiwan assured its citizens of its readiness to defend its freedom, democracy and sovereignty, with officials noting that they had anticipated this scenario and have comprehensive understanding of Chinese military movement. So Taiwan says, we know what the Chinese are thinking about here. We know what the Chinese are thinking about. We anticipated that they would do something like this. And we assure you, this is the Taiwanese government assuring the Taiwanese citizens that, hey, listen, we knew this was going to happen. And let us assure you that we are fully prepared. We know how to defend our sovereignty and our independence. This is what they have said. And yes, there have been similar drills in the past, often triggered by Taiwan-US interactions. So, for example, in August 2022, China launched extensive exercises around Taiwan after a visit by the then US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, demonstrating a pattern of military responses to perceived sovereignty challenges. So any person from America, any big shot from America, lands in Taiwan, the Chinese heckles go up. Now this reminds me of a situation that India could do. Hell with the Chinese. I think in the month of June or July sometime, I think Prime Minister Modi should fly down to Taiwan. Just fly down to Taiwan for a day, stay overnight in Taiwan. Stay overnight in Taiwan. Stay there and carry 3 or 4 of his cabinet colleagues with him. Of course, Dr. Jaishankar is bound to be there. Of course, Mr. Ajit Doval, the National Security Advisor, will be there. And 1 or 2 other ministers. They should just go there. In fact, if you remember, 3 former chiefs had gone there a couple of months back and the Chinese did not like it. But since they were former chiefs, they didn't say anything. But it's time to send serving chiefs to Taiwan and invite their chiefs to our place, Tie up with countries like Taiwan. Because if we think that by being nice, the Chinese will automatically behave, no. The Chinese Communist Party is like a group of, rabid dogs. They will behave in a certain direction and they need to be confronted. And speaking of China, Pakistan has said that 2.58 million has been approved by the Economic Coordination Committee. And this is for the Chinese people who were killed in the March 26 attack on Dasu, the Dasu power project. So these many guys were killed, and there is a package that Pakistan wants to give them, and this has been announced by the Economic Coordination Committee. And the Interministerial Committee's recommendation came almost 2 months after a terror attack in Shangla, which claimed the lives of at least 6 people, 5 Chinese engineers and 1 Pakistani working on the Dasu Dam. Approximately 991 Chinese engineers were working on both projects, while the local staff was told to stay at home till further instructions. So I believe the Chinese have fled. Now, there could be a few Chinese there. I'm not saying all of them have fled, but largely there is an element of fear. There is an environment of fear amongst the Chinese that we could be next. And this anti-China feeling is so strong. It's slightly funny, but one should not make fun of such things. Japanese got attacked in Karachi. Thankfully, they were traveling in a bulletproof van or a bomb-proof van. And this is how foreigners have to be in Pakistan, you know. If you're a foreigner in Pakistan, you better have access to a bomb-proof van. Otherwise, you're dead. And if you look anything like or what the Pakistani mind perceives to be Chinese, you know why the Japanese were attacked? Because they look like Chinese. You look like the Chinese, you're gone. So, this is what they said. And then again, Pakistan repeated this nonsense of iron brothers, that we are iron brothers and we love each other and we can't do without each other, etc., etc., etc. So, this is what I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I have for you today. Now for the question and answers. Dr. Harshal Mehta, Jai Hind. Jai Hind, Harshal. The terror ecosystem in Pak seems desperate with their invisible presence, visible results. Gujarat ATS has just arrested in a crackdown 4 ISIS highly radicalized terrorists. So the question is asking is that is it the new modus operandi of Pakistan supported by ISIS to recruit and radicalize Tamil Muslim youth in Sri Lankan soil, from Sri Lankan soil to execute attack on our soil? Yes, they would do that. They would do that. There are a lot of people from Kerala who went and joined ISIS, no? A lot of young men and women who went from Kerala to join the Islamic State. Fight the kafirs, join holy jihad and all that nonsense. They're all nonsensical fairy tale ideas, but some people get influenced, yeah. And yes, those 4 Sri Lankan Muslims that you're talking about, that is very true. Whether it has a Pakistani connection or not, I do not know, but I will not be surprised if it does. This is something that the Pakistanis will do. Terrorism. This is something which is an extremely Pakistani thing to do. Ayush Tinglu. Liberals in the USA keep shouting Hindu extremism and portray Mr. Modi in a bad light as a Hindu supremacist. Whenever discussing about the BJP or their ideology, Hindutva, and say that secularism is under threat in India, while on the other hand, they say that the country USA is a country based on Christian values and hence Vivek Ramaswamy can't or shouldn't be the president of the country at any cost. Why? This is just USA doublespeak. There is nothing surprising in India. We've had Sikh and Muslim presidents. We've had a Sikh prime minister, right? We've had a Christian leader of opposition. We've had a Muslim chief of the armed forces. I mean, this is what India is, but you know, there was so much of controversy. Barack Obama had to, you know, if he wanted to enter politics, Barack Obama's father is Muslim, okay, or was Muslim, his father is no more. Barack Obama's full name is Barack Hussein Obama. He converted to Christianity. He converted early on, even before he wanted to join politics. Even before he wanted to join politics, he converted because his father left his mother and his mother is white. But Obama's acceptability, even as a Christian, just because he was black, he won the elections fair and square. But there are a lot of people who did not like it. So America likes to posture. America likes to tell the world, your democracy is bad, your democracy is bad. You know, Hindutva. What is wrong with Hindutva? I have not understood here. So what if Prime Minister Modi is a Hindutva leader? What is wrong in it? What is wrong in it? Yeah, 57 Muslim countries of the world can say that we are the Islamic Republic of so and so. With absolute pride, absolute freedom, they say we are a Muslim country. India is a democratic country because it is Hindu majority. This is what the Americans need to understand. Anyway, with that, the video is over, and if you like this video, press the like button. Subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.